characters, a love story, and some stuff that is very personal.
It's interesting that you mentioned Cronenberg because, you know, you depict a story that could be viewed as an apocalyptic story, a science fiction story, you know, about otherness, but you do decide to make it, a story that revolves around characters, and that's something that David Cronenberg often does, and that's very important. So is that's sort of an aspect of Cronenberg's filmography that you were inspired by?
Yes, of course. I mean, the very idea of telling a love story in 2 parts like that really came from The Fly, I guess, which is really an important movie for me. And yes, of course.
Yeah, I felt that homage or that tradition. It was in that tradition of storytelling. Another aspect that really struck me when I first watched the film is how, as the story proceeds, the visual style evolves and changes too. Could you speak about the distinct cameras and texture and aesthetics that the film kind of moves through, and why you decided to have almost discontinuous style?
Yeah. Well, the idea was, to try to reach the limits of how discontinuous you can be in a movie. And I think that the team really helped me finding some coherence and some continuity, because it could go in any direction. So of course this idea of the color disappearing is a central element, and but the idea was to make everything slowly shifting, so at the tone, the pace, and the type of acting, and of course the tone.
Yeah, I mean, I love some of those early sequences too with Max and Cassandra, when it almost feels like the camera quality becomes more digital and it becomes very, very intimate in those scenes. How are those sequences filmed?
The black and white scenes?
No, earlier when they're sort of in love and there's like a digital texture to it.
Because it's a digital camera.
No, but you're moving between different mediums. Is what I'm getting at. Yeah,
it was
different qualities of high definition and lower definition.
Yeah, I was happy to be able to do that on my first feature, and because the DOP was really cool, actually. And he said, "Okay, no problem. You want to shoot it yourself? Okay. Without me? Okay."
So those sequences were shot without the DP. It was just you.
Yes, it was me on a Sunday with
just the actors,
and my girl doing stuff. And yes, I was filming with my skills and with the little camera that belonged to the DOP. And after that, we even made it more dirty. The image
dirty
was made, like VHS, it's all effects.
Now, the other thing that I think is remarkable, and I think we can all agree, especially in this room tonight, the sound design is pretty extraordinary. So could you speak to how you worked with your sound team and what your direction was in terms of what the sound of these creatures and this something else that is occurring, the sound of the merging, where did that come from? What inspired that?
Balloons.
Balloons.
You have a lot of noise of balloons. No, actually, I'm happy. I was a little. I thought maybe it was not loud enough.
That's what I think also.
Yes, we made a mistake together during the screen test. We said no, it's too loud, because it's amazing that without the people.
But we were alone, so of course.
Yeah, it looks like really loud. I said, okay, it's a great movie. And after that, I regret this today, because I think it was always too quiet. But yes, the idea with sound was, of course, to get it progressively immersive as it could be. I mean, my two favorite films about sound are really Blade Runner and Eraserhead. Very different, but there's something similar. I think it's the way the sound attracts you, and it's very immersive. So that's what I told to the sound sound designer and said, okay, do the same thing, please. And no, and of course the sound is essential because it's the only thing that can really mutate. Do you say mutate? It can transform and it can make you imagine bodies that are as big as a building and stuff you cannot see with an image. Even if you had all the money in the world, I think sound can tell a lot more about transformation and things you feel without really seeing them and stuff like that.
For all the characters that live in the other apartments and tenements, the other residents, were they ever able to act with Hanks and Cassandra, or was that all done in post?
Do we say the truth? No, I guess it was only members of the crew. We did not even have the cast, the voice cast.
You didn't cast before that, no?
No, we didn't have the voice actors yet. No, it was really, yeah, the first AD, first assistant director was really great at doing the voices, and, and my girlfriend also, and yeah.
All right, I think I'm going to open up to the audience now. See